everybody. It is I, little bitty one, back for actually your week 36 update. I said, sorry, little notification there. I said in my last video that it was week 34. I was wrong. It's week 35. So this is week 36. I'm aware that I am 2 days late, but I am here, and that is an improvement over the last several weeks. So I'll get right into the numbers, and then I'll tell you kind of what we're going to talk about. So high weight was 270, surgery weight was 265, and current weight is 220.8, which means that this week I am down 1.2 pounds for a total of 49.2 pounds. I am literally less than a pound away from meeting my very first goal of losing 50 pounds, which is huge. So I'm very excited about that. BMI is 37.9. Apparently I have lost the same amount of weight as 7 football helmets. I don't think I realized how heavy football helmets were. We learn something new every day. So I had said that I was going to go back and answer some questions. I don't think I had very many. You guys post a lot of comments that are very encouraging, which is really sweet, and I love that. I did have a few questions though, and some things that I just wanted to kind of talk about, go over. One thing to bear in mind though, watching different videos and different people that have gone through this is incredibly helpful, invaluable. It helps you prepare yourself. It helps you understand what you're about to go through. It helps you to know what's normal, what's not normal. But please remember, the way that you are gonna work through this, the way that your body's gonna react to surgery, the complications that you're gonna have, the speed at which you're gonna lose things, your lifestyle, it's all unique to you. So just as I'm saying this, as I'm answering for me and my experience, just bear that in mind. It's so easy. And I know before I had the surgery, I watched people like Lauren Losing and VSG Bobby who like lost weight so fast. Like we're talking 3 or 4 pounds a week consistently. Their stalls lasted for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. And I mean, just so fast. I am not losing it that fast. My average, I guess I would say, is between half pound and a pound a week, typically. That is what it is for me. And that was tough to come to terms with because I assumed that I was gonna be losing it a lot faster. So I do remember watching Sleeve for Life, I believe that was her name. And she lost very slow as well. Now, a year out, she looked phenomenal. She'd lost like maybe 80 some pounds, something like that. But there were weeks where she lost nothing, or she lost half a pound or a quarter of a pound. I mean, she wasn't losing it fast. And I remember watching and thinking, God, that must be so frustrating. Or, you know, I wonder if she's upset she's not losing faster. And she kept such a positive attitude. And I think that my reaction to surgery has been very similar to hers. So just take it all in stride. Everything I'm about to say, just take it all with a grain of salt. Understand that this is my experience and it may or may not be true for you. So the first one was from Fabulous VSG. She asked, when I start to get discouraged, what are some things I do or tell myself? It's a great question. You will get discouraged just like everything else in life. This is an adventure. This is something that is going to have its great days and it's going to have its bad days, and you're going to feel good or you're going to feel awful or whatever. You're going to have those, and finding a way to get through it is very important. You know, I kind of try to keep a clear head about it. You know, this too shall pass. Stick to what you know is right. you know, for almost 10 weeks, I didn't lose anything. I didn't lose an ounce. I lost nothing. And so it was very like, no, keep trying to get into the gym as much as you can. Stick to your, you know, eating habits, the good ones. Eat high protein, eat fats, try to cut out as many carbs as you can. You know, stay the path. Just stay on it, and you'll pull out of this eventually. You have to. You have to. You will. It'll happen. Just keep going. Also, coming back on YouTube and watching videos, watching, you know, other people and seeing where they stalled and what they kind of did, or just even seeing that it happens, it's common. You will eventually start up again. You will start losing weight again. And just trying to keep myself grounded is really important. I'm also really lucky. I have, well, first of all, I have you guys. And like I said, you guys leave awesome encouragement. I found it really important to kind of immerse myself in certain ways into the weight loss surgery family. I have my Instagram account that is strictly for weight loss surgery people considering it, people pre-op, people post-op, people whatever. I find it to be really interesting, really encouraging to be on there. The amount of love and support that people show is pretty special, I think. I think that can be helpful too, having people to lean on. I haven't gone to any of the weight loss meetups yet. I would really like to do that. It's so hard for me to travel any more than I already do for work. They had one in New York, but I was traveling at the time, so I didn't get to go to that one. But I am hoping that I'll get to go and meet some people, and you know, we are a special group of people. Our struggle is real, and our struggle is unique. And only people that have tried everything and gotten to the point where they decided to have surgery can understand what that struggle really was. So I think having the support of the weight loss community is hugely important. My friends, having good, decent people around you that are supportive and non-judgmental and encourage you when you need it, and understand that you know better than they do what you should and shouldn't be doing, and whatever, is really important too. So Jiggle Be Gone said, let's see here. Have you told them right away about being sleeved or after a few dates? So I was talking about dating and how it's hard and new and whatever. Haven't dated much the last 6 months. I would say I do not tell people right away. You know, I'm happy with what I did. I don't regret it, and I'm not embarrassed by it. But there are people that I know don't understand it. They don't get it. They don't know where the decision came from. They, you know, and so taking the time to get to know if someone's going to be cool with it or not. Yeah, I take some time. When it comes to just meeting new people, you know, there are going to be things that come up, like if you're eating a quarter of a cup of food when you're out with a bunch of people, they're going to notice. I mean, especially if you're not a small person and everybody knows you can eat. I mean, it's gonna be noticed. I was out with a group of friends, and one of the guys there, basically we were talking about the fact that I don't get drunk. Like I kind of did last night, which is very strange. It's the first time that's happened since November, since I was sleeved. I tend not to drink much anymore. I drink a lot less than I used to because there's just no point. It's still calories that I'm ingesting. It just doesn't affect me the same way. I'm not entirely sure why that is. But I guess my roommate had told this guy that I just don't get drunk anymore. And he asked me about it, and I said, well, I had surgery in November. They took 80% of my stomach. And so I think it has something to do with absorption or something. I don't know why, but I just don't. And the next thing I know, I mean, he goes completely silent, he's in his phone. And I start realizing that he's like Googling the surgery and like asking his brother, who's a doctor, all kinds of questions and whatever. And I said, I'll answer any questions. I'm sitting right here. Like, I don't mind talking about it. I'll answer any questions that you have. So it's funny, you know, you get different people, you get different reactions to it. He was completely intrigued. So we'll see. Puka's just saying hi. So Disappearing D said, what was your time frame for not taking baths or being in water? So until your sutures are pretty well healed up, you shouldn't be in baths, you shouldn't be in pools, you shouldn't be in hot tubs, you shouldn't be in any of that stuff. Showers, I mean, just like a normal shower. I think I took one, not the day after surgery, the following day. But I, again, tried to stay out of the water as much as I can. I think, I want to say that the sticky tape, I forget what they were called, it was pretty much all off within a week. I did a lot of kind of, you know, just like sponging myself off, kind of. You don't want to rub or wipe or scrub anything, because it's all still healing. So I would say for me to be like normal shower behavior was probably 3 weeks to a month. I mean, it was the middle of winter, so I wasn't really going to pools or anything like that. And then I guess for baths, New York City has really small bathrooms and showers and bathtubs and stuff. I want to say 3 months out, I think I maybe took my first like bath, like soaking bath. I could have done it sooner than that. Your surgeon will give you pretty clear instructions on that. Healing up is really, really important. Let's see here. Laurie asked, how tall am I? She said, I'm a bit past 6 months and down 44 pounds. I'm also a slow loser. I thought I was the only one. Not the only one, Laurie. I am 5'4". I wish I was a little bit taller, but I am 5'4". Tina Marie asked, how is my restriction? So this is a question I get a lot, and actually James Rice is the last question, but he was asking how much water I can tolerate drinking at a time. So, just ate. So my restriction is, I mean, you will find that you have, your restriction feels different day to day. Today I did pretty well. I would say I ate, I had 2 hard-boiled eggs for breakfast, but I ate them pretty slowly. I think it took me about 45 minutes. I was just busy at work and whatever. For lunch, I had 2 pieces of turkey, 2 pieces of 2 pieces of salami, a slice of cheese, like a string cheese, kind of a small one, and some pickles. So I don't know, I guess if you put that all together, we're looking at half to 3/4 of a cup of food, maybe probably closer to half cup of food. And then tonight for dinner, I probably was able to eat about 3/4 of a cup. That was today. Saturday, I couldn't eat hardly anything. I went out to watch UFC fights. I realized I hadn't eaten in 6.5 hours. I wasn't hungry. I just wasn't into it. I ordered chicken tenders because it was one of the only things on the menu that I was willing to eat. It had some protein in it. They got there were 4 of them. I ate 1. And I barely got through 1. Day to day, I mean, it really varies. It really, really does. There are days when I feel like I can eat the world. There are days when I feel like you couldn't pay me to eat. I don't want to. So I think that's pretty average from what I know of other people. I think everybody feels like, oh my God, my restriction's gone. I can eat anything. Nothing bothers me. And then the next day it's like, oh, never mind. Can't eat anything today. And, you know, the restriction from when you first come out of surgery, which is so tight and you can barely get anything down, to, you know, when you're 6, 7, 8 months out, it's gonna change. It's gonna loosen up a little bit. But on days when I'm like, oh my God, I ate so much today, if I really look at what I ate and compare it to what I used to eat, it's like a joke. Like, there's no comparison. I am eating significantly less than I used to. I do use my MyFitnessPal. I kind of got off track with all the traveling and everything, but I do try really hard to stick with it. I am eating approximately 900 to 1,000 net carbs daily. Or, I'm sorry, not net carbs, net calories daily. So, you know, and I try to keep that as high protein as I possibly can. I try to keep it as low carb as I possibly can. But that's about where I'm sitting. As far as the water or liquids, so the first, I would say, couple of weeks, maybe 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a little longer. Yeah, I was having some trouble getting water in. You know, I just felt so uncomfortable all the time with anything in my stomach because it was so tight. That yeah, I really didn't. I was doing really poorly. I was getting like 35 ounces of water in a day if I was lucky. It's pretty bad. Now, I have no trouble getting water in at all. I can chug liquids. I can drink with a straw. I can drink without a straw. I think today I got in, I don't know, let's call it 70 ounces of water so far, and it's only 9 o'clock. Like, I'll probably drink another 40 before bed. Yeah, I don't have any trouble with it at all, and I know that people do. I know that that is a real thing. The only thing I can suggest as far as that goes is keep it with you all the time and just sip on it. Just like literally constantly be sipping on it, because that's the only way you're going to be able to get it in, and it's so important. It's so important for your general health, and it's so important for your weight loss. If you're not flushing everything out of your system, it's gunking it up. So really, really do everything you can to try to get your water in. It's really, really important. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about that was posted on one of my videos, and I'm not going to give their name. This was posted right when I started hitting my stall, and they posted it and then deleted it almost immediately because I think that they were aware that this was actually not cool. I want to preface this by saying I am very, very lucky because I have an amazing support system. I have great people like you guys that watch and support me. I have a great family that's supportive. I have great friends that are supportive, coworkers that are supportive. I'm very, very, very lucky, and I know that. And this has been the first, last, and only time that I felt like I was being judged for my progress, and I did not like it. So they said, why are you not losing weight? Is there something wrong physically that's preventing you from losing? 6+ months after surgery, shouldn't you be more than 50 pounds down? Even just reading it now, it upsets me. Like I said at the beginning of this, and like I have said before, there is no should. Your progress is your progress. It is going to be different from everybody else's for different reasons. 6+ months after surgery shouldn't be down more than 50 pounds. No. There are people that have surgery and find a way to eat around it and consume a bunch of calories. I remember the doctor telling me people that get the lap band, they have a lot of issues with like dumping or like throwing up food because it's not sitting well, or it's not working, or it's getting caught or whatever. And that they get to the point where they're just so hungry that they'll eat anything, and then they start eating things that'll slide through the band, like soft ice cream, stuff like that. You can screw this up. Like, there are no two ways about this. You can have this surgery and not lose weight, or lose some and then gain it back. There is no guarantee here. This is a tool put in place to help you. I will be the first to tell you that I have a lifestyle that is difficult to diet with. My entire life is built on traveling, and how healthy do you typically eat when you travel? Hosting conferences where everyone is kind of not on vacation, but sort of, and so there's desserts everywhere, snacks everywhere, and I honestly will say that since my surgery, or even before, I have changed the way that I design menus so that there's a lot more healthy options, so that I have something to choose from. But I mean, I also am constantly going out to meet people. My whole job is based on relationships, and I have probably drinks or dinners or lunches or receptions or parties or whatever 3 or more nights a week. And that doesn't include when I'm with my friends. Ooh, sorry, another pop-up. It doesn't include that when I'm with my friends. What you do in New York is you go out to eat and you go out and drink. I mean, again, I try really, really hard to make smart decisions and whatever. But this is not a guarantee. This is not something that is without fail going to work. You have to put work into it. You have to try. And even when you do try, I mean, listen, I have done everything under the sun to try to lose weight. My body doesn't want to lose weight. My genes don't want to let it go. So even with a tool, it's not going to be necessarily easy. So just bear in mind, there is no should have. I have come to terms with the fact that it's probably going to take me 2 to 3 years to lose all the weight that I want to lose. Just given the rate at which I've been losing, I just really think that's about how long it's going to take me. But you know what? If I get to be the size that I want to be by the time I'm 34 years old, yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that. yeah, to ask somebody if there's something wrong physically that's preventing them from losing weight is just rude in general. Asking me why I'm not losing weight, like, if I knew why I was not losing weight, don't you think I would have fixed it? I've spent the last 20 years of my life trying to fix that, so if I knew the answer, honey, I wouldn't have the problem. So, I tried really, really hard not to let that bother me as much as it did. It is something that is stuck in my mind. You always remember the bad stuff, right? But I am trying to, like, push it out, and I'm hoping that by talking to you guys about it, letting you know that sometimes people are insensitive, and that this person probably did not mean to be that way, hence the reason that the comment was deleted. You know, I am sure that it comes from a place of concern for what their experience is going to be, you know, fear, a little anxiety. You know, I saw someone post earlier this week, they were trying to decide which surgery to have, and they were asking for people's opinions, and I gave mine, but she had said, I'm just nervous that if I have this surgery instead of this one, that I'm not going to get to my goal weight within a year. There's no timeline. There's nothing guaranteed. And yeah, no, it would be great to be one of those people that's like, dude, 1 year out and I'm down 120 pounds. Amazing. Of course, I would love to be that person. But that's not going to be me. I do not foresee losing another 70 pounds in the next 6 months. Maybe I will, but I just don't see it. I don't think it's going to happen, and that's okay. I'm really not upset about it. I've had some pretty great NSVs lately. I wore a bikini to the beach. I know. Wear a bikini to the beach. I am down another size in pants. I am down a size in shirts. I was buying extra larges. I'm now buying larges. Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good, guys. And screw people that feel like you should be in a different place. Alright, well, Puka's tired of me talking to you guys, and I have droned on for nearly a half hour, so I'm going to jump off of here. But I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a good week. I hope you have a productive week. And I will see you back here next week, I promise. Good night, guys.